Hey guys, this is Rudkowski of WeAreChange here in Paris, France. As you're seeing in front of me, there's a situation with Trump and Macron protesters. There's actually even Americans inside of the crowd who live here now in Paris. I'm going to flip the camera around just to give you a better point of view here. But operation is lock, rotate. Alright, hold on one second guys. Having a little technical difficulties here. Give me one. Alright, so we're back live in the action here. During this demonstration, let me clear out the lens here. During this demonstration, which was mostly peaceful, there's about a couple hundred people who decided to have this protest and march. Groups from all different dichotomies and political viewpoints. Then there was a black bloc faction that organized in the front, and then in the beginning there was only two police cars here monitoring the entire protest, which everyone said was going to be peaceful. What happened was during the middle of the protest, a group of black bloc members decided to charge the police. The police ran away from here, and as you can see, the police right now in the back of their hands have gas canisters that are ready to be deployed here. And as the black bloc faction rushed the police here in France, the police ran, hightailed it out of here. There was fireworks thrown at them. There was already some bottles thrown at them here just moments ago. And as that happened, the police who escaped called in the riot police, which you're seeing right in front of us. So again, this is Rudkowski of WeAreChange live here in Paris, France, during Bastille Day. Bastille Day is usually a big celebration here in France, celebrating their independence. It's like July 4th for Americans. And Bastille Day significantly goes back all the way to the date 1789, where the French people were able to free political prisoners from the Bastille prison. It's also the anniversary of the Nice terrorist attack, where a truck driver drove into a bunch of people who were celebrating Bastille Day. With Trump being here on Bastille Day, the US president being here, tensions are of course high. There's a couple hundred protesters in front of us. As you can see, the riot police, after they were instigated first by the protesters, are taking this very seriously, as they have their full combat riot gear ready. They have their less lethal munitions literally in the back of their hands, as you can see right in front of me, as this situation is unfolding right now in front of me. I'm going to share this broadcast so you guys can see it on Facebook and my Twitter right now. So just give me a second as I post the live stream that we have up here during this kind of intense situation that's unfolding right in front of me. Yeah, so I'm not getting good audio quality, but as you can see, there's a lot of people who are masked up and ready to go on this bridge that the police decided to stop the protesters on. Yeah, we got very poor connection. I'm trying to fix that. I turned off all my background apps. As you can see, a lot of people are here. There's more riot police in full battle regalia, all the way in the background. And again, the police officers swarmed here after they had a faction of the black bloc storm them and throw fireworks at them. As we know, we were covering the French elections here just about a month ago, and we've seen Molotov cocktails being thrown at the police before. So of course the police are taking the situation very seriously. It looks like it's just a kettle happening right now. I put on my helmet just now because you never know when something's going to be thrown at the police, and you only got one head and one brain. So you definitely don't want that ruined, because once you get hit in the head a couple times too hard, you're not the same human being. If you guys have any questions during this standoff, let me know what you guys think.
What's going on, Luke?
The usual.
Yeah, but I don't want to get stuck there.
Yeah, it was crazy to see them rush the police, and the police run out of here, and then they came back with the riot police. Yeah, they were ready the whole time.
They got tear gas ready too.
Yeah, they got the canisters like literally, and flashbangs literally in the back of their hand. Wherever you saw one bottle thrown at the police and a firework being thrown at the police. Last time we were here, there was Molotov cocktails flying here for May Day.
That's why I'm saying
during the May Day protest.
More careful on this one.
Yeah, it's better to be safe than
Taylor
sorry.
said he saw someone pull out a bottle that might have been booze, but it might have been a Molotov.
Yeah. Yeah, you always want to be careful in these situations. Or fireworks.
Yeah. Fireworks already.
Yeah, they already had some fireworks. So it looks like the protesters are regrouping and deciding what they're going to be doing. In a few moments, I'm going to go over and talk to you guys about the situation here politically in Paris, France, which I find very fascinating, with what is happening here with the President Macron, who was just elected here, and many people feeling disenfranchised and unsatisfied with some of the flip-flops and the president that he has become. So it looks like there's a large number of riot cops here trying to keep order, obviously trying to keep these demonstrators away from the Bastille Day celebrations that are happening right now. Oh, we just seen an apple being thrown in this direction. They're asking people in the back to step away. Your hair.
Alright. Police are holding us back right now. The protest truck is starting to advance.
So they're moving the protest truck near the police. These cops do have guns. I'm looking at the comment section. The police are armed with lethal and less lethal munitions on them right now. The protesters have decided to move their truck closer to the police. The police are moving people back.
Parce que quoi? Voilà, vous reculez encore. On ne joue pas sur le mot, s'il vous plaît, monsieur. C'est vos votes. Moi, je pense que si vous prenez une bouteille sur la tête, ce sera pas mon problème. C'est pas mon
Police are slowly moving back. water cannon out over here on the right side. It'll be interesting to see what move the police make here, and also what move the protesters make here. As we're hearing a lot of Antifa slogans and chants going off right now. One comment said, "It is France, so they will retreat and then ask America for help." Reading your comment sections right now. People are saying I need a bodyguard. Well, sadly, we don't have enough in the budget for a bodyguard, but I feel like I could. Bodyguards wouldn't do any good in this situation when you're having a large group of people that are amassed. Thank you, Jason Waite. I appreciate you guys watching. I always try to film and go live whenever situations get very tense. And after the Black Bloc rushed the police, these riot police officers came up. The situation is unpredictable right now. We'll see how it develops. And that's why I decided to go live. Luke is a wanker. People are saying keep safe, be safe. Yeah, well, you know, this is my job. This is what you guys donate to. If it wasn't for you guys donating to WeAreChange, I wouldn't be here and I wouldn't be able to do my work that I'm doing. I'm going to do another video today specifically about the political scene here unfolding, with many people being very angry at President Macron and some of the very controversial statements and laws that he's trying to propose here in Paris, France. We're gonna go over here and get a better view of the protesters. A lot of riot cops also to the right side over there. Get an elevated shot, you got it. Anonymous Rebel said, get a higher view vantage shot. No worries. Some of them are wearing yellow badges. I don't know what they mean. Do you know what the yellow badges mean that they have on? Yeah, the protesters. So there's a left-wing group that has the yellow badges on, and that's why you're seeing them with yellow badges. Stacy Stoker asked if this is really against Trump. Well, it's a combination against Trump and Macron. Macron has angered a lot of the French leftists here because he has proposed laws now that take away labor laws and protection laws here. And he's also trying to get rid of 1/3 of the parliament. And at the same time, he's also trying to make sure that he could pass laws without parliament approval. So that's why a lot of people here are mainly angry against Macron, but since Trump is here, they're also demonstrating against Donald Trump. Obviously, Donald Trump has, I believe, a 14% approval rating in Europe. So, of course, a lot of European people do not like Donald Trump. Mainly, a lot of the reasons people are here is because of the union laws that Macron wants to pass that get rid of protectionists to some of the union laborers. Protesters are getting tiresome. People saying I'm in great shape. Yeah, pretty good shape so far. Yes, they're protesting against Trump and Macron. The lead banner that was marching in front of the protest had both of those people's names. Let me get you guys a better shot to show you how the extent of this crowd here, because it's very significant. A lot of people are out here. Had a bottle thrown against the police. People are saying bottles of peace. I would say a couple hundred people are here protesting Macron and Trump. Not the largest protest that we have seen here before, but definitely a significant one that's now on top of the bridge. All right, so the protesters are chanting, "Let us through." Huh? Yeah, what to do. If they're gonna let him in or not. There's a guy in the comment section named Stoned Tim Pool, and I gotta say I love your avatar. Again, guys, just wanted to say this podcast is only possible because of you and your donations, your super chats, and you going on patreon.com/WeAreChange. If it wasn't for you guys doing that, I would not be able to do what I'm doing right now. We get a better view. It is Bastille Day. Bastille Day is like 4th of July in America, but for the French people, where they celebrate pretty much the beginning of the French Revolution that ultimately kicked off in 1789, and it's when the French people freed a bunch of political protesters from the Bastille on this date. Stone Temple said if he remembers, he will donate $4.20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Duku Hill. I don't really drink beer. There's fluoride in it. It's bad for the pineal gland. But I may have a glass of wine after this. Thank you so much. So right now the police and protesters are deciding what to do. Someone, Smith Jones, just said that they made $6 from Steemit, and it's only been 3 weeks. You guys know what Steemit is? Steemit is an amazing social media platform. It's like a Reddit, Facebook style platform that allows users to gain cryptocurrencies for just using the platform. That means if you create content, if you like stuff, even if you comment, you gain cryptocurrencies through the algorithm set up on Steemit. And definitely recommend check out my Steemit, steemit.com/@LukeWeAreChange, @LukeWeAreChange. It's a great way, and it's one of the main reasons why we are still able to finance as an independent media organization, is because of cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin donations, Steemit, and innovation in the technological economic sphere that have really changed the game for us. Stone Tin Pool said he hides his weed in his beanie. I have to say, I kind of do enjoy the comments very much. As you can say, the protesters are chanting the Antifa slogan. The police and protesters are deciding what they're going to be doing. The Bastille at the time only had 700 prisoners in it. It's the start of the revolution, but it was more the armory that they went after. Stone Tim Pool says he gets higher than his drones. Looks like the police are letting the protesters through. And the march moves on. We just heard another firework being thrown. Police have deployed their batons. press?
La presse, oui.
Thank you. Thank you for the super chat, Vito Colombo. Really appreciate the super chat. The police here recognize press passes and they let us stand behind them. It's not always the best place to be, mainly because this is also a large target, but to have stuff thrown at you. Looks like there's some economic migrants over there to the right as well. The police are not letting people through. Now there's some African drums going off in the background. Looks like the protesters and police are letting the medics get through. Trying to get through the lines. If you show the police your press credentials, they actually let you through. Stone Temple is saying, I'm there. There's Temple. So the current part of Paris that we're in has been a hotbed for economic migrants. So it looks like economic migrants are coming out and participating with the protest right now. Police are moving in their police vehicles. I'm going to raise this camera up so you can see the velocity of people that are here. Vehicles in so they can block off the protesters. People are saying where the cheese and wine. We're asking what are people actually protesting. And people are actually protesting Macron and Donald Trump. Most importantly, Donald Trump being here. Usually Bastille is a big celebration. It is their Independence Day for many of the French people. But the French people are taken to the streets today, as you can see in front of me, with a huge, large crowd. So right now as we're speaking, just moments ago, Donald Trump was with the French President Macron celebrating the military parade that was happening in celebration of Bastille Day. pretty much French Independence Day that sparked the French Revolution. We do have bad. I'm trying to read the comments. Stone Tim Pool says that he doesn't like Trump because him and Sessions want to take his weed away. Sorry, I'm enjoying these comments by Stone Tim Pool user account. The avatar he has is pretty great. Trump right now is in France mainly to work out cooperative agreements with the French President Macron, and we have seen very interesting developments with the French President, with him on the national stage just days ago, I think even yesterday, saying that it is more important to fight terrorism than it is to get rid of Bashar al-Assad. A huge switch on his policy, which he was flip-flopping on when he was running to be president of France. But now that he is president of France, he just made this big public statement saying that it is more important to work with Russia to get rid of the terrorists than it is to get rid of Bashar al-Assad. A very huge statement that's going to have global geopolitical ramifications. As we know, after the G20, Putin and Trump have been working on safe zones inside of Syria in order to ease the tensions and the conflict and the fighting there. And right now, seeing Macron make those statements, it's really incredible, to say the least. And it sounds like Trump when he was campaigning to be president. And as we know, Donald Trump's foreign policy has been different than what he promised it would be. Macron is also saying that he will start deporting economic migrants and allowing actual refugees to be in this country. As you know, there's been a UN report released just a few days ago showing that a lot of the migration that has been happening here are from economic migrants and not from actual refugees, and that only 5% of the people that came to Europe are refugees. Donald Trump obviously has a very strong anti-immigrant policy, and Macron is saying that he will now start deporting the economic refugees and allow the economic migrants and allowing refugees into the country. Sean Rufus is a doofus, Stone Temple said. There's a guy in my chat room called, where is he? Stone Temple, and he's making the best puns.
I gotta say, man, I really appreciate people using my image as like a, you know, I'm grateful that people care enough about me to make jokes about me, you know.
He says you put your weed underneath your beanie. He says you don't like Trump and Sessions because they're trying to take away your weed. They say you get higher than your drones.
Yeah. I agree with weed legalization.
Yeah, it only makes common sense.
So yeah, I'm upset with Trump and Sessions for that, sure.
There you go.
You know, I don't know. I was just saying to somebody, like, there are legitimate things that Trump talks about, but honestly, I think he's like, I can't think of the right word, but what's the right word for it? Kind of like he doesn't inspire confidence in enough people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He certainly does in a lot of people, but not enough. That's the nice way of putting it. Right?
Pretty much. People are asking if I'm getting throttled. Yeah, the internet connection's not the best here. Show Tim the avatar. I just did. I scrolled through there and showed Tim the avatar. So very interestingly here politically, now that Macron and Trump are willing to work with Putin, work out these safe zones, it's a very stark contrast to who Macron was when he was campaigning to be president of France, where he literally kicked out any Russian media from covering his campaign. Sputnik RT were banned from actually covering the Macron presidential campaign, and now Macron is making public statements that he's going to be working with Putin in order to actually fight the terrorists and make sure that the situation in Syria de-escalates, and that Bashar al-Assad announcing him is not that important. So with the ceasefires being announced, a lot of people here are also very angry with Macron. He said he made a very racist statement. He said one of the main problems that's happening in the world is that African women have too many children, that they have 7 to 8 children, and they're providing economic challenges in this world, and many people here, when he made those comments at the G20, have utterly freaked. And a lot of people here are accusing him of being racist. Macron also, as soon as he took office, now wants to get rid of the French Parliament. He wants to get rid of them by 1/3 and also make a decree where he can pass laws without the Parliament. He's increasing military spending. He's talking about cutting taxes, shrinking welfare, and he's making a very big distinction between economic migrants and refugees, and also probably going to be deporting a lot of the illegal economic refugees. He also told journalists that he's a lot more clever than them, and that he's not going to give them as much coverage as they want. So with Macron flip-flopping on a lot of the policies and people being dismayed of him not being the president that he was supposed to be, a lot of people here are mainly up in arms with their president, Macron. Obviously, Trump being here, obviously this being Bastille Day, tensions are very high. And this is also the 1-year anniversary of the Nice terrorist attack, the truck attack that happened during the Bastille celebrations here as well. So obviously, there's a lot of police. Tensions are really high. We've already seen bottles and fireworks being thrown at police. And we're seeing a large number of the protesters being kettled in this main square here in Paris, France right now. Alright guys, so it looks like the protesters are kettled in. They're allowed to leave through some areas. The police are still surrounding them. The black bloc presence has gone down significantly. So we're going to call it for now, but I wanted to thank everyone who supports us on patreon.com/WeAreChange, who makes this operation possible. If it wasn't for you donating and being a part of real independent media, I would not be able to be here. I'm also using Patreon a lot more, answering all the messages, set up new reward tiers, and also going to be using Patreon as a main platform to coordinate my coverage, to facilitate, work with you guys, get your recommendations on what I should do, who I should interview, where I should go, the stories I should cover. I'm going to be sending you guys scripts for possible videos I'm going to do, and I'm going to be participating with Patreon supporters one-on-one as much as possible. I already started doing that with possible interviews that I would want to ask people. So subscribe, stay tuned, click the notification button. If anything else happens, we're going to make sure to be live here on the ground as real, independent, unfiltered media. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching.